It's high noon, Main Street, and you showed up. This is Paul T. Harrison, the California Guitar Slinger. Now get out your accents and rip. Good afternoon, Guitar Slingers. We are going to have such a great time today because today we are going to explore the three, what I call mansions of music. Happy, sad, blues. The one we're going to focus on today is the seventh chord. Referred to as dominant seventh, and you would choose the 1 and the 4 and the 5. Now, if you build big chords on them, that's how the 1 would sound. But normally, you would probably keep it to a major. And then you go to 4, is also major. And that's also a major seventh if you add another note on top. And then this 5 is also major. And you've heard that before. 1, 4, 5. But when you build a little bigger on the 5, you get that. And that transitions back to 1. So what happened was a whole system of music, commonly known as the blues, developed of taking those three chords, 1, 4, 5, and of course the 5 is already a seventh, making the 1 a seventh, making the 4 a seventh, and then the 5 is already a seventh. So in other words, in the 1 chord and the 4 chord, you have a key change by adding the flat seventh. And so that, folks, is how a system of music was developed that has all chords with the devil's interval in it. The other interesting thing about it is that we have 12 hours and half a day. We have 12 months in the year. We have 12 notes in music. Again, there are 60 demitones that you can listen to. Now, I'm not talking about, again, repeating the same note on a higher pitch. For example, here is the note, and you can have the same note at a higher pitch. Same note, higher pitch. Same note, higher pitch. So we're not talking about pitches. We're talking about the actual tones. The discernible tones are 60, and that's including all the demitones, and those are in between the demitones. There's 5 demitones in between each note. I'll play all 12 notes. And then we'll end by repeating the first note again. So those are the 12 notes, and interestingly enough, with the blues, there is a structure that's similar to the 12 months, and it's like right around December, you're getting ready to begin again. So every time you think you've finished, you've gone through the rounds of the different seasons, you end up beginning again. You never quite resolve, and that's how the blues works. And I'll just give you a little idea of that. You've got the 1. You got the 4. And the 5. And the 1. So when you end up on the 5 and the 12th bar, you think you're going to resolve. Start again. So every time you think you're going to resolve, you go right back to that television tension moment. But I want to move on to something much more interesting about the blues even, and that is that it is the only system of music that really allows you to expand on going back and forth from happy to sad. And you do it over the seventh. So in other words, we're taking the sound of How Dry I Am, and we're taking the sound of Three Blind Mice, and we're taking the sound of Yo Heave Ho, which is happy, blues, seventh, and sad minor. And including them all, really, done carefully over the seventh. So while the bass and the basic chords are holding down that seventh, you get a chance to go back and forth from happy to sad. Happy, sad, happy. And it really supports you. I mean, other than that, what do we got? Question Mark and the Mysterians. Happy, sad. I'm gonna cry, 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 cry. 96 tears. You don't really get a chance to do that. But in blues, over this seventh, you get to go happy, but first sad. See, because the difference in happy, sad, again, is the flat 3 to the 3. And of course, you get to use all 12 notes, including that flat 5. And we'll get to that later. So as you go through the blues, it's a very set structure of happy and sad, and you make all your riffs follow this little puzzle, and you will sound tasteful in your improvisation, whether you meant to do it or not, as long as you follow this guideline, which really fits along with the song Johnny Be Good, as a matter of fact. The only variation we're going to do here is we're going to go to the 4 right away on the second bar. So I'll just lay down the basic 12 bars for you to get the feel of it. We're going to go 1, then 4, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1. And coming up on the 9th bar, we're going to go 5, 4, 1, 5. So over the 1, we're going to be happy. Over the 4, we're going to get reflective or sad. And then when we go back to the 1, we're going to get happy. When we get back up to the 4, when we get up to the 5th bar, again, sad. Back to the 1, happy. Up to the 5, still happy. I mean, sad. To the 4, still sad. And then happy. And then sad again. So in other words, at the end, you get sad, and they want to keep the episodes going. So I'm just going to run through it, and I'm just going to play the major third, which is really bringing out the happy sound, and the minor third, bringing out the sad sound. So here we go. This is how it would be. Same as Johnny Be Good. Same structure that everyone uses. This is Paul T. Harrison, the California Guitar Slinger, signing off. We'll see you on Main Street at noon. Bring your axe.